Hey, it's Beattie here, and welcome to this video lesson on creating your irresistible offer. So by now, you should have complete clarity on who your perfect client is. And now what we're going to do is we're going to design the perfect irresistible offer for that client. And your perfect offer or your irresistible offer should be the solution to your perfect client's problem. This is the thing that's going to take them from their current situation, the part of the client avatar and offer worksheet that we refer to as the pain section, and ultimately get them to their desired situation, the part of that document that we refer to as the glory section. So what we're going to do here is we're also going to figure out how to communicate to your perfect client about your irresistible offer in your marketing. How do we actually explain what it is that you do to them in a way that makes sense, right? Causes them to instantly see the value of what you have to offer, and they see it as the perfect and only solution to their problem, the thing that is going to take them from where they're currently at to where they want to go. And, before we actually get into this, I want to talk about a concept called the big steps to success. All right. And, what this means is, our perfect clients, they have their current situation, right? Where they're currently struggling, in pain, they're frustrated, and all the bad things that come with the problem that they have, whether it be in their personal life or their business. We've already outlined that. And they obviously want to get to their desired situation. This is their dream life. Again, we've already outlined that, and you've seen how I've done that in the client avatar and offer worksheet for my own business. And what we need to do now is we need to take a step back, and we need to acknowledge the gap that there is between that current situation and the desired situation. It's not like they're going to wake up one day and instantly go from their current situation to the desired situation. Otherwise, there would be no reason for your business to exist. Okay, there is a series of steps that they need to either follow to get there, or steps that you need to implement as a service. Sorry, Siri just went off on my phone. I must have said something that sounded like her name. Go away, Siri. I'm not sure if you heard that. So the high level steps are what they need to follow to get to where they want to go. All right. And whether that, if you're offering a coaching program, obviously these are steps that they're going to be taking with your help. Or if you're offering a done for you service, then these are the steps that you're going to perform for them to help them make that transition. Now, again, if you're offering a coaching program, if you're in this program here and you're trying to get clients for your coaching program, then these high-level steps will become the modules in your program. If you're doing an agency, like a done-for-you service, right, then these are the steps in your service that you are going to perform to help your client go from current situation to desired situation, right? Pretty self-explanatory. Now, to really illustrate this, I want to show you this little diagram that I created out of my own client avatar and offer worksheet. Now, in the next video, I'm going to break down my offer in the client avatar and offer worksheet, and you're going to see these steps in that document and how I created them. But over there on the left, we have that red circle that represents our client in their current situation. This is their pain state, right? Where they're living with all their problems and all the pain that comes from that problem. Again, we've already outlined this. And over there on the right, we have their desired situation. That's the glory state that they dream about, that they're trying to achieve. And in the middle there, you can see that I've just bridged the gap with the steps of my service, So, the steps I'm going to be taking to help my client, Mark, bridge the gap, and help him go from, where he's currently got his coaching business and he's struggling. He has no consistent way to get clients and his revenue is up and down and he's really having a hard time and things would get a lot worse if he doesn't fix it, right? And he wants to get to the point where he's making $50K a month. And I believe he's bringing in somewhere around 10 clients per month at the $5K price point. He's able to travel a lot more with his family. And he's got a consistent revenue stream. He's able to start building his team and all the stuff we talked about in the previous videos. So now I come in as the person that's going to help him. And so the first thing I'm going to do for him is I'm going to actually go through the perfect client deep dive process with him. Because, in order to enroll clients in his coaching program, he first needs to get clarity on who his perfect client is. So I'll actually be helping Mark go through the process that I'm helping you go through. In fact, he's probably, I'll probably end up using these same videos to help my clients who I bring into this new program that I'm creating. So step 1 is getting clarity on his perfect client. Step 2 is crafting his irresistible offer, kind of what we're doing here right now. Step 3 is building his client induction system. This is the automated marketing machine that once we have, his perfect client outlined and we have created his irresistible offer, well, now we got to get that irresistible offer in front of his perfect client, right? Consistently and predictably every single week so that he's consistently generating leads and prospects for his coaching business. So that's step 3. Now, once we're generating leads and prospects and strategy calls, for his coaching business, well, the next step is sales, right? So that's step 4, and that's my process called greased chute enrollment. So this is my sales process. This is the script that I'll be helping him modify for his own coaching business. This is where I will teach him how I do sales, how to close high ticket deals, how to follow up with prospects, and all that stuff, right? And then in step 5, we are going to get Brian, one of my friends who's partnered with me on this project, to create an epic video ad for him to launch this whole system and help him really cut through the noise, penetrate that marketplace, and really start feeding this entire system. So as you can see, this is the solution that's going to take him from the current situation to the desired situation. It's the high-level steps. We're not getting stuck in the weeds, right? We're not really too concerned right now with, the individual tiny steps that are in step 1, right? We're not too concerned with, the individual pages that we'll need to create in the client induction system. We're not too concerned with, how we're going to create the videos for that client induction system. We're not too concerned with, the nitty-gritty details at this point. These are just the high-level steps. So this is the concept of the big steps of success. And in the next part of the client avatar and offer worksheet, this is what you are going to do. And, I recommend that you do not exceed 5 steps here. Try to keep it somewhere between 3 to 5 high-level steps that you're going to help your client walk through your coaching program if you're doing coaching, or the 3 to 5 elements of your service, or the 3 to 5 steps within your service that you're going to be doing for them to help them, bridge this gap. All right. And again, we'll talk more about that in the next part of this video. Part of creating your offer is creating what we call the unique mechanism. All right. So before we actually move on to the next part of this worksheet here, I really need you to understand what the unique mechanism is. Okay, so let's get into it. So the unique mechanism is the unique element, component, system, process, or ingredient that is within your product or service that is responsible for producing results. Okay, so really think about what it is that you're doing for your clients, right? You're probably following a process that you've created by yourself through years of experience. Maybe you've come into this program and I'm actually helping you figure out what your unique process is to deliver your clients results. But what we need to do is we need to give it a unique name, and that's what's going to create your unique mechanism. Now, why is the unique mechanism important? Why do you need this, right? And how is it actually applied in your marketing? We really need to cover something else first, and that is the market sophistication level. So whenever any new market is first born, let's say that you create an innovative new product like a weight loss pill. If we could go back in time when weight loss pills were first invented, they were a new innovative product. People had never seen anything like that before, and that was the birth of the weight loss pill market. Okay, so at that point, when the market's just starting out, it's at the level 1 sophistication level because you've got a new and innovative product. So you can literally, the original marketers who were selling those weight loss pills back in the day, they could, to market those pills, they could just simply, have a marketing message that said, hey, take this pill and you will lose weight. Okay. And people believed it because they had never seen a product like that before, and they had never heard a marketing message like that before. But what happens is over time, more and more competitors will come into the space. Different companies will create their own weight loss pills, and they will come in and they will make similar claims. Hey, take our pill and lose weight. Take our pill and lose weight. Take our pill and lose weight. And over time, right, prospects see all of these different marketing messages. They see all these different products in the space. They may have bought some of them and not really had a good experience with it. So now they're jaded and they don't really believe that marketing message anymore. They're like, yeah, right. I've bought like 5 bottles of these different weight loss pills and they didn't do anything. So, hey, I no longer believe you anymore. Okay. So what happens is the marketers who don't evolve their marketing will get left behind. They'll start losing sales. And that's when the market will evolve to the level 2 sophistication level. So the skepticism of prospects goes up with the amount of marketing claims that they see that all look the same. Level of market sophistication goes up to level number 2. So in level number 2, for marketers to not only survive but evolve their marketing and thrive, they need to make a claim bigger than all of the other competitors in the space. So if everyone else is saying, "Hey, take our pill and lose weight," now to evolve, they may blow up their marketing claim to say something like, "Hey, take our pill and you will lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks." Okay. And because that is a new marketing message and it's specific, right, then prospects will be more likely to believe it, right? It's a new marketing message. And because it is a specific claim, people are like, oh, okay, I've never seen this before. This pill is promising me a specific result. All right, I'm going to give it a try, right? It becomes more believable. But again, what happens? The cycle just continues. More and more competitors come into the space. They recognize that new marketing message that is working, and those marketers evolve and they start making their own claims. And basically, it turns into this big claim war where everyone's saying, "Hey, take our pill and lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. Hey, take our pill and lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks. Hey, take our pill and you will lose 50 pounds in like 2 days." Right? Sometimes it can get ridiculous. But again, over time, prospects begin to catch on to this. They begin to see all these different claims. They become jaded, right? And the market evolves into level 3 sophistication. And at this point, that level 2 marketing message will no longer work because the skepticism of prospects has risen and the level of market sophistication has risen as well. So in a level 3 marketplace, this is where the unique mechanism needs to be introduced. To evolve your marketing and to stand out in a crowded marketplace and to make your claim believable now. So at this point, again, prospects are jaded at those big blown up claims. So at this point in level 3, a unique mechanism is introduced. And the reason for that unique mechanism is to give the prospect a logical and believable reason why your claim is achievable. So using the weight loss pill as an example again, so they might say something like, take this pill and you will lose 30 pounds in 60 days because of our powerful new fat-burning formula that triggers ketosis and turns your body into a natural fat-burning machine. Right. So as you can see, now we're giving a reason why the product actually works. We're giving a reason, or we're calling out a secret within the product that is responsible for producing results. You might have seen this in like different advertisements before, where it says, what makes our product so powerful? What's the secret behind the amazing results? What makes our product so superior than all of the other products on the market? Well, the secret is in, the German steel. The secret is in our proprietary unique blend. The secret is in our special ingredient that we sourced from the rainforest. You know what I mean? So that is a unique mechanism. So at this point, a unique mechanism stands out in this marketplace. Prospects believe it because this is new. I've never seen anything like this before, right? I've seen weight loss pills before, but I've not seen one that has this new unique fat burning formula that triggers ketosis and turns my body into a fat burning machine, right? So what this does is the unique mechanism gives the prospect hope that this new product will work, that it will be different than all of the others. So that marketing begins to work. And, and now the market is in the level 3 stage of sophistication. But again, the process just continues, right? More and more marketers will begin to catch on to the unique mechanisms that are working, and they will begin to rip off that unique mechanism. So they may start to, create very, very, very similar versions of that unique mechanism. So another competitor might come up with their own proprietary blend of powerful fat burning formula that puts the body into a state of ketosis, right? And then over time, more and more marketers come in, and again, the prospects, get hammered with those different mechanisms that all look the same, right? They're all referencing the same secret ingredient, right? We've seen this in other weight loss pills in the past where they all, where a specific ingredient, was all the rage. And different weight loss pills would start including that ingredient in their product to stay up with the current times. But again, prospects over time, they see this, they're like, oh, okay, I've been seeing this for a long time now. Like everybody has this unique ingredient. This is nothing special. I've tried like 5 different of these weight loss pills with this special fat burning formula. So again, I no longer believe this, right? I didn't get results from this. So what happens? Market evolves to the stage 4 or level 4 sophistication level, okay? And again, just like before, those marketers who don't evolve will fall behind, they'll lose sales, they'll lose market share, and in order to survive and take the business to the next level, they need to evolve their marketing. So at this point, what's required is, either creating a better version of that unique mechanism or an upgraded version of that unique mechanism. Something like if they were selling a weight loss pill and the secret ingredient was that fat burning formula that triggers ketosis and turns the body into a fat burning machine. So whatever that special ingredient is, well, now what happens is that special ingredient gets enhanced, it gets improved, it becomes better, new and improved, and all of the other weight loss pills on the market that also use that ingredient. So this is where you might see something like, now with our new and improved fat burning formula that is now more powerful than ever because it includes 3 times the dosage than every other weight loss pill on the market, right? Or it's now enhanced with our new 3-stage thermogenic blend of vitamins and minerals. Or it's more pure because we put it through a triple filtration process and we source all of our ingredients, from the rainforest. You know what I mean? So you take that unique mechanism and you improve upon it. You make it better. But again, what happens? More and more competitors come into the space. Marketers recognize that new and unique mechanism in order to survive in this new marketplace that has evolved to level 4. Those marketers need to evolve their marketing, so they begin to rip off that new and improved unique mechanism, and the cycle just continues, right? Prospects see the same old products, with the same old improved unique mechanism. Skepticism goes up, level of market sophistication goes up as well. So this is where, the marketplace is getting pretty competitive, okay? But, there's a level 5, okay? So in level 5, in order to, prospects are really jaded at this point, right? They've tried all these different products. This could have been over the course of many years, like the weight loss pill industry, is likely at the level 5 because it's been around for so long. There's been so many different weight loss pills, and people are just jaded, and there's not many people that really believe that weight loss pills work. I mean, I'm sure there are some people, but if anyone has any sense, they're going to be able to know that, hey, you can't just take a pill and lose weight no matter what the ingredient is. But if someone's desperate, sure, they might be willing to try it, right? But at this point, level 5, what happens? Okay, so you have all these other marketers that have ripped off that unique mechanism. Your secret ingredient is no longer secret. Your proprietary blend is no longer proprietary. So again, you're not making sales like you used to. So to evolve, you have to evolve your marketing and make it all about the prospect. Okay, so prospects no longer believe unique mechanisms. So as a marketer, you need to make it all about the prospect. So now your marketing message might evolve into something more like, hey, are you tired of all these crazy claims that you've seen from other weight loss companies trying to sell you their latest and greatest snake oil weight loss pill, claiming that they have a secret ingredient that's going to help you lose weight? But at the end of the day, you just end up, wasting a bunch of time, money, and just end up, back at the same spot, not losing any weight at all, right? Well, I understand your pain and frustration, and I was much like you. I tried out all these weight loss pills, and what I found out was that none of them actually worked. What I actually needed to do was I actually needed to do X, Y, Z, and that's where you'd actually transition into your new solution for the marketplace, right? So I hope you can recognize there that now we're not just promoting a unique mechanism. We're actually tapping into the pains and frustrations of the marketplace, making it all about them, right? Acknowledging their bad experiences with the existing, unique mechanisms in the marketplace that they've tried, and now those things are no longer working. So they no longer believe those mechanisms. So you make it all about them. You acknowledge that, right? And then you give them a new solution. Okay, so this is the market sophistication level. Now, most markets, like if you're selling coaching, or if you're selling, services to local businesses, you're probably in level 3 here. Okay, most of you in this program are going to be at level 3. Like right now, I am in level 3 here. So I am in a marketplace. I'm about to go after my perfect client mark. Well, guess what? I'm not the only marketer in that space. There's lots of very good marketers in that space, and they all have their own unique system for generating consistent clients online. Okay, so I can't come into that space with the same old marketing message saying, hey, look at me. I'm going to show you, do you want a consistent way to get high ticket clients, right? That they're not going to respond to that because they've seen that a million times. And the marketers who've already evolved have their own unique mechanisms. So for me to come into that space, I'm going to come in and I need to invent my unique mechanism. Okay. Now, one of the advantages of, if you're offering coaching or marketing services, if you're delivering something, if your offer is basically intangible, right? If it's an information product like coaching, training, or if it's a service that you're delivering, we have an advantage in that we can just basically invent a new unique mechanism out of thin air, right? We can just rename our process, give a reason for that name, and out of the blue have a new unique mechanism and instantly differentiate ourselves in the marketplace from other marketers. So, for most of you in this program, we will pretty much stay here at level number 3, okay? Now, eventually, if you create a unique mechanism, a new way of doing things that is completely, on a different level than all other marketers, well, what might happen eventually is other marketers might start ripping you off. They might start modeling your claims. They might come up with a similar mechanism that is different slightly, right? In order to survive, you can either create a new unique mechanism completely, right? By giving it a new name, right? Reinventing your marketing, or you can simply upgrade that mechanism, make it better. But, this would probably be more work and less effective than just creating a whole new unique mechanism entirely. Because again, we're selling something intangible here. It's not a lot of work for us to basically, give something a new name, update our marketing, and now we're instantly different in the marketplace. Now, people who are selling e-com or physical products, this is a little bit more difficult because if they're selling like a weight loss pill, well, now you've got this physical product that you've manufactured, and it's got your unique mechanism is basically, it's a physical product. So it's not as easy to basically overnight come in and, completely come up with a new unique mechanism, right? You have to change, maybe your production process. You have to find a different source for a different ingredient, right? There's a whole bunch of other things that you have to do. So if you're selling physical products, you will likely have to follow this path, and, create a better version of your unique mechanism. And ultimately, when your market reaches this level here, you'll have to evolve your marketing, make it all about them. And that's the highest level of sophistication. But again, most of you in this program, just like me, we can maintain at level number 3 here pretty much indefinitely. Now, one thing I want to point out here about the market sophistication level, in order for your marketing to work, you have to recognize what level your marketplace is at. Okay. For example, if your marketplace is at level number 3, okay, and you come in with a level 2 marketing message where you're just making claims, what's going to happen? It's not going to work. Your marketing message is too immature for the marketplace. The marketplace has evolved. They are ahead of you. They've already seen claims like yours, so they're not going to pay attention to it. And oftentimes, people who struggle with marketing, they struggle to get clients. They run Facebook ads. This is the main reason. Is an immature marketing message. They don't recognize what level of market sophistication their marketplace is at. So they'll come in and they'll just make a generic claim and not realizing the marketplace has evolved and they're at level 3 or 4. Okay, so it's really important for you to recognize that. And as you're doing your frontline intelligence and as you're creating your client avatar and offer worksheet, I want you to keep that in mind. What level of sophistication is my marketplace at? We've been doing, in this module here, we're also doing competitive analysis. And part of that is also identifying the level of your competitors' marketing. Do they have unique mechanisms? What type of claims are they making? All of those things, you need to use that data to figure out what level of sophistication your marketplace is at, so you know what level your marketing message needs to be at. Now let's take the opposite scenario there. Okay, so let's assume that your marketplace is at level number 3. Okay, well, does that mean that if you create a level 4 marketing message that it's not going to work? No, it will work. Because just because the marketplace is at level number 3, right, where they are accepting unique mechanisms, they still believe unique mechanisms. If you come in with a level 4 marketing message and you just got something that is completely at the next level than every other marketer in the space is doing, then it's going to work, right? It's actually going to be better for you because your marketing message is more advanced than everybody else in the space. So that's a good way to get a competitive advantage over other marketers in the space is, hey, I know that most people are operating at level number 3, so I'm going to come in at level number 4. Or I'm going to come in at level number 5 and, just completely be at a completely different level than everybody else because I recognize that most marketers are down here at level number 3. That's what competitors are seeing. That's what prospects are seeing. That's what they're used to seeing. So when I come in with a more advanced, more mature marketing message, I'm instantly going to stand out. I'm going to be more believable, and I'm going to start taking up market share because I've got something new and innovative. So again, you got to recognize what level of sophistication your marketplace is at. And, don't create make sure your marketing message is not below the current level. It has to be at that current level or higher. Okay. So one thing I want you to note here is unique mechanism. And that's what we're going to talk about next. What is a unique mechanism? Well, let me go ahead and just show you a couple examples here. Okay. So here is a nootropic that I actually just took a drink before I started this video. It's called Genius Consciousness. Okay, it's by a company called the Genius brand. Now, nootropics are not new. Okay, I mean, I think they've been around for probably 10 years or so. So they're still kind of new, but the marketplace has evolved. It's pretty much at a level 3 sophistication, I would say. Where people in that space have seen other nootropics come into the marketplace. They've seen all the big claims. They've seen they've seen different proprietary blends and things like that. And here we have this company, the Genius brand, and in order to stand out, well, they've created their own unique mechanism. And can you spot it? Right? Can you actually see it on the label here? It's actually right here. The Super Nootropic Awakening Formula. That's their unique mechanism. Now, what is the Super Nootropic Awakening Formula? Well, it's a blend of different ingredients that they use to create this product. And they've basically taken those ingredients, and because they've been used in a certain amount, right, a certain dosage, now they have their own unique blend of ingredients, and they're able to give it a unique name, hence the unique mechanism, super nootropic awakening formula. Now, those ingredients that they use in this product, that doesn't mean that other nootropics don't use those same ingredients. They might use, they might use those ingredients as well. Or let's say, Genius Consciousness uses 10 ingredients that make up this super nootropic awakening formula. Well, another nootropic could use those same 10 ingredients in the exact same dosage, in the exact same amounts, the exact same blend, but because no other nootropics on the market have actually given it a unique name, right? Genius brand comes in and they recognize that, and they're like, hey, everyone else is using the same 10 ingredients, but no one's really given it a unique name. No one's really owned this as a unique formula. So hey, we're going to come in and we're going to call it the super nootropic awakening formula. Now, that's probably not exactly what happened, and that's probably not a smart business move to just come in and, copy everybody else or use the same ingredients as everybody else and just give it a new name. That's probably not what they did. What they probably did is they probably use those same 10 ingredients as most nootropics, but they probably brought their own ingredients in, like, lion's mane mushroom, L-carnitine, L-theanine, whatever ingredients that they used. So they could have brought in like 3 new ingredients, right? And now they've got 13 ingredients. Everyone else is using 10. They've got 13. They might be using the original 10 that everybody's using. They brought in 3 new ingredients. Now they've got their own formula. Okay? Now that they've got their own formula, well, now the next thing is to give it a name, because otherwise prospects won't know that they have, prospects won't know what makes them different from other nootropics. So that is an example of a unique mechanism in use in a physical product. So this is a really good example because, I know there's not much, there's not a whole lot different about this nootropic than other ones that are on the market. Yes, they use different ingredients, but, a lot of the ingredients are used in other nootropics, right? There's only probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 unique ingredients that these guys use. But because they gave it a name, they use those ingredients in a unique amount, right? They use them in a unique way, a unique blend. They can give it a name and create a unique mechanism, instantly differentiate themselves in the marketplace from other nootropics. Now, if they had just brought those new ingredients in to their formula and didn't address it, well, they probably wouldn't be as successful because prospects won't know these new ingredients that are in there, right? Prospects won't know that those new ingredients is what makes them different than everybody else. The easiest way to make prospects understand that is by giving it a name. So, and this is one of my own landing pages. And, this is when I was promoting my Client Induction System program to marketing agencies, people who are struggling to grow their marketing agency. And, this is a really good example of a marketplace that is pretty competitive. And, this marketplace is at a level 3, okay? So where we have a bunch of other marketers who claim to have the secrets to growing a marketing agency, okay? So I knew that coming into the space that I couldn't just come in to a level 3 marketplace and come in with a level 2 message and say, hey, click this video and I'll show you how to grow your marketing agency, right? No one would believe that because they've seen all those claims before, and now they've seen all these different unique mechanisms by these other marketers, right? Like, a competitor of mine would be Jeff Miller. Jeff Miller has his own unique mechanism called the wallet out, ready to buy, customer getting campaign. That's his unique mechanism, right? So I know that I can't come into the space and say, hey guys, I'm going to show you how to grow your agency, because Jeff Miller has a more advanced marketing message. Hey guys, I'm going to help you grow your agency with my wallet out, ready to buy, customer getting campaign. Which one are you going to be more attracted to? You're going to be more attracted to Jeff Miller's because he's got a unique way of doing things. Okay, it's more advanced. So I knew that I had to create my own unique mechanism. So I called it the Agency Client Induction System. That's my unique mechanism in this space. Okay. Now, is there a lot different between what Jeff Miller does and what I do? I would say there is a lot of things that are different, but at the core of it, what we're really doing is pretty much the same thing. We're basically teaching people how to create an irresistible offer that potential clients would be interested in. We're teaching them how to get clients through some sort of a funnel. And then we're teaching sales, how to close those leads as they come into the funnel in sales, and then also how to get clients results. I mean, if you want to distill it down, we're pretty much doing the same thing at a high level. However, we do things, pretty differently, right? So again, prospects don't know about that unless we explain it in our marketing, right? I have a unique way of doing things, so I give it a unique name, the Agency Client Induction System. And you'll also notice that I give the steps within my unique mechanism a unique name as well. So not only do I name the entire system, but the steps within the system have their own unique names as well. So instead of just saying the offer, I call it the six-figure agency offer. Instead of calling it build your funnel, I call it the induction funnel. Instead of saying sales calls, I call it greased chute enrollment. Okay, so you see how I'm doing that? So that would be the equivalent, and if that would be the equivalent of that genius consciousness nootropic on the previous slide. They might call their unique mechanism, what do they call it? The Genius Awakening formula. Well, all the ingredients that they use within the product that make up that Genius Awakening formula, well, they all have their individual names as well. So there's actually one that they did give a unique name. So there's actually, they actually extracted caffeine from a green tea leaf. Okay, so instead of just saying, hey, this is green tea extract or caffeine from a green tea leaf, right? They gave it a unique name. I think they called it, what did they call it? Let me go grab the bottle because I got one right here. Hold on. They call it Neurofactor. So again, giving it a unique name, making it more believable, making it new, innovative, and unique in the eyes of the prospect. We can't, if they just said, hey, we've got green tea, caffeine in our product, people are going to be like, oh, who cares? What's so special about that? I can go buy green tea at the store. So why am I paying $40 for, your supplement here? Okay. So them giving it a unique name, again, differentiates them from, green tea, right? It puts them on a different level. Okay. So again, there's, that's an example with a physical product, but here's an example with my coaching program. I've named my whole system, and then the big steps to success that we talked about a few slides back, I've also given those their unique names, and I want you to do the same thing. And here's a classic example of a unique mechanism in play, and this is Schlitz beer. So I can't remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago where I think it was Claude Hopkins was the copywriter who was hired by Schlitz Beer to write an ad for them to increase sales. They were basically losing to other beer companies, whether it be Budweiser, Coors, I don't know who was winning back then, but Schlitz Beer wasn't doing that well. So they hired, I think it was Claude Hopkins, they hired as a copywriter to come in and generate sales for them, help differentiate them in the marketplace. And Claude Hopkins, as a genius copywriter and marketer, knew that, to differentiate them from the other beer companies, he would have to create a unique mechanism, because he had looked at all the other beer manufacturers and there wasn't really many different unique mechanisms in play at the time. There probably wasn't any back then. So what Claude Hopkins did is he took a tour of the Schlitz beer factory. He witnessed their production process, how they actually made the beer and bottled it. And what he was looking for was something that he could pull out of their production process and blow up into a unique mechanism to help differentiate Schlitz beer in the marketplace. And one thing that he noticed was how they filtered their beer. And I can't remember exactly what the process was. And here it is right here. So they actually filtered it through white wood pulp. So the way they actually did it is not really relevant, but they had a unique way of filtering, or they had a way of filtering the beer that kind of caught Claude Hopkins' attention. And he was like, hey, what's that over there? And Schlitz Beer was like, hey, that's our filtration process. And he's like, wow, that looks pretty cool. It was like a big contraption that he was kind of watching the beer get filtered. And he's like, that's pretty cool. He's like, are you guys the only one who do this? And he's like, no, all the beer companies do this. And then he's like, then he noticed that none of them were actually talking about that process. Okay. Very important thing to note there. All other beer companies were using a similar filtration process, but because none of them were talking about it, the prospects didn't know about it. So Claude Hopkins recognized that as an opportunity to highlight something from their production process as the unique piece, the unique element, the unique process that is responsible for producing a great tasting beer. And that's what he did. He highlighted the filtration process, made their marketing all about their unique filtration process, and it skyrocketed sales. So you can see right here, Schlitz brown bottle. Light starts decay even in pure beer. Dark glass gives protection against light. The brown bottle protects Schlitz purity from the brewery to your glass. Our barley is selected by one of the partners in our business. We go to Bohemia for the hops. The water is brought from the rock 1,400 feet underground. Not only is Schlitz beer filtered through white wood pulp, but even the air in which it is cooled is filtered. It is aged for months in glass enamel tanks. It cannot cause, I have no idea what that says. It will not ferment in your stomach. If you knew what we know about beer, you would say Schlitz in brown bottles. So again, what he's doing there, their process may have been pretty similar to Budweiser, Coors, some of the other competitors back then. But now he's highlighting it. He's bringing their, parts of their production process to the surface and talking about it and really highlighting it. And now they have a unique mechanism. Although it's something that's ordinary, he's highlighting it and he's making it extraordinary, right? The water is brought from the rock 1,400 feet underground. Well, maybe all beer companies do that, but they don't talk about it, right? They go to Bohemia for their hops. Maybe that's unique. I don't know. The filtration process. I think this was the thing that was similar among other beer companies, but him highlighting it draws the attention on that process. And now prospects think, okay, I want to drink Schlitz beer because their beer tastes better. It's more pure because of their filtration process. It's because they get their water from 1,400 feet in the rocks underground. It's because they go to Bohemia for their hops. It's because it's in a dark bottle because it protects it against light all the way from the factory to our refrigerator, right? So again, very cool example of a unique mechanism really coming in, allowing Schlitz beer to stand out in a very competitive space and take up market share and become successful. All right, so what does this mean ultimately for you? All right, we want to give your unique process a proprietary name. Like you've seen, me with the Client Induction System, the conversion story method. With you, we want to do the same thing. Now, your process, it might not be entirely innovative, okay? Most products and services are not that unique. There might just be like one little thing that differentiates you from the competitors, okay? But that's the one thing that we want to blow up and turn into unique mechanism, okay? So you absolutely must invent the unique mechanism. So if you're looking at what you do and you're like, oh, there's so many other people that do what I do, well, what you should do, what I want you to do is I want you to think, what is something your competitors aren't talking about? What is something that everybody does, but no one is really blowing it up and turning it into a unique mechanism? Okay. What is unique about how you do this process? There's something unique about the way that you help your clients as opposed to other providers like you. If you're a coach, and you're helping those stay-at-home moms who want to get fit, right? And there's a bunch of other marketers selling products to those stay-at-home moms, right? And they're all making, similar claims. They might all have their own unique mechanisms. They might actually have a similar process that they take those moms through to lose weight at a high level, but there's something unique about your process. There's something, if you just sit back and think, you could make, your eating philosophy could be slightly different. Your workout philosophy could be slightly different. Like for example, you could focus on negative reps. Your workout philosophy could be focused on maybe negative reps. Like when you're lifting the weights, maybe you work out slightly different in that you lower the weights really, really slowly because it helps stimulate the muscle fibers, and that helps speed up the growth of muscle recovery, or speed up the rate of muscle recovery 10 times, which means that they're going to be able to grow lean muscle faster and hit their goals faster. That's just a complete made up example, but that's what you need to do, right? What is unique? What is the unique part of my process that I can really blow up here? And why is this unique in your market? That's something that you really need to think about. Like for me, with the client induction system, okay? I know, again, like with the Jeff Miller example, I know there's an endless supply of other marketers out there who offer similar advice, but I do things slightly different. Not everyone does everything the same exact way. I do things slightly different than most other marketers, but at the high level, we're still building a marketing funnel. Look at Russell Brunson. How many programs are out there like Russell Brunson's that claim to teach you how to build a marketing funnel? But why did you invest in this one? Because it's different. It's called the Client Induction System. So now let's go ahead and actually take a look at the worksheet and actually go through this process so you can see how this works in the real world. So this is just coming up with a value statement. Who we're helping, what we're helping them do, and how we're helping them do it. Okay? And here's a little framework I've built for it. I help perfect client get consistent. I help perfect client get glory using our unique system. So for me, I help online coaches cut through the noise, become the go-to expert in their industry, and get pre-sold and ready to buy high-ticket clients coming to them on autopilot using the 3-step conversion story framework. So here I am. I help online coaches. Mark's an online coach. What does Mark want? He wants to be able to cut through the noise, become the go-to expert in his industry, and get pre-sold and ready to buy high-ticket clients coming to him on autopilot, right? That's what he wants, right? There's my offer. It's exactly what he wants. And here's my unique solution, so I'm, have no competitors in the marketplace, or no direct competition. What are the 4 to 5 steps you'll be taking to help your perfect client achieve success and get results? So what I've done here is I've just mapped out the steps that we are going to take Mark through to get him the result, from step 1 through, I think, step 5 I have. So now it's your turn to really think about, okay, to fill the gap for this client, what are the steps that I need to perform or go through with them at a high level to get them the result? Now, for most businesses, if most of you are helping businesses, a lot of this stuff is universal, and you're probably going to be pretty similar to me here, okay? So I want you to list out the steps. So for me, step 1 is working on their offer, okay? So I have step 1, the perfect client deep dive. Step 1 is getting clear on your perfect client, what we're doing now. So I'm going to help. The first thing I have to help Mark do is I have to get specific on his perfect client. Do this exact exercise here. So we'll get crystal clear on who his perfect client is so they can repel broke clients who aren't serious and only attract the right clients who are motivated, show up, do the work, get results, and have the ability to invest in a high-ticket program. Notice I've got the solution, and I'm also talking about what that solution gives him, which is exactly what he wants. Step 2, the irresistible offer. We'll engineer the perfect irresistible offer that cuts through the noise, gets attention of Mark's perfect clients, even in a crowded and competitive marketplace. This offer will position Mark as a trusted expert authority and clearly convey the value so clients feel confident investing a high-ticket price to join his program. Right? What's the next step after you do the perfect client deep dive? Irresistible offer. And notice how I've written that in a way that it's exactly what he wants. I'm not forcing something down his throat. The messaging is an alignment. Step 3, the client induction system. Third, we'll build the automated marketing machine that puts Mark's new offer in front of his perfect clients on autopilot, generating leads and filling up his calendar with hot and ready to buy prospects consistently and predictably. Again, I'm sure you can see how that references parts of this document and solves all the problems. And step 3 is, once we have the perfect client outlined, we have the irresistible offer, the next thing is to get in front of those perfect clients. So for me, that's when we build the client induction system. Step 4 is grease shoot enrollment. So this is sales. So now we're going to give Mark our proven virtual consultation script. Now that his calendar is getting filled up, he's getting leads, what's the next step? Sales. Making sales. Being able to close those sales, those prospects into sales. So we're going to give Mark our proven virtual consultation script and install it into his business so he can consistently close 1 in 5 strategy calls into a loyal high-ticket client without annoying objections like I can't afford it or I got to talk to my spouse. Objections he's probably getting right now, most likely. And then the epic video ad. So in the end, we're going to launch the entire system and start feeding it with a high-converting, traffic-pulling YouTube video ad that's been custom created for Mark by our in-house 8-figure video ad producer. So what I'm doing is I'm actually partnering with a friend who's generated, I would say at least 8 figures. I got to confirm with him before I publish this. But, once they go through my program, he's going to come in and actually create a video ad for them in the end to actually feed this entire system. So as you can see, my offer is a direct extraction of my client avatar. I hope that you see how this is done. And the high level steps are the steps that I'm going to take to get Mark the results. Take him from point A where he's at to point B where he wants to go. Nothing more, nothing less. Steps I'm going to take at a high level. So you need to do the same thing. What are those high level steps that you need to take your client through to get them the desired result? So these essentially could be the modules in your program or the pieces of your service, the steps of your service, the elements of your service. And, of course, there's little steps within these. There's lessons. If you're doing a coaching program, there's lessons within the modules. So there's little tiny steps on how to do the client deep dive. There's little steps on how to do the irresistible offer. But this is high level. Big steps. All right, have you worked with this client before? So here, what I've done is I've worked with clients like Mark. And, they come to me over the years without me really needing to seek them out. I probably should have listened to this sign from the universe a long time ago. A lot of people who wanted to become an online coach saw my programs, asked me to teach them. So I suppose proof of my own results, sharing my story, my failures and successes are what attracts clients like Mark to me already. So I know what they want. So I'll be using that in my marketing. So think, have you worked with your perfect client before? If you have, great, you have a huge competitive advantage. But if not, then you can go ahead and skip this for now. No, it's not required. Here, all I've done is I've listed some objections that I know they're going to have about my solution. And again, I just want you to think, what are some of the objections that people are going to have about your offer, about your whole opportunity, about you, your company, everything, right? Lay it all out on the table so that we can address each of these things in your marketing later. Like, for example, group coaching doesn't work for me. I've got this objection before. I've been in other programs, didn't get results. Okay, great. So let me tell you why group coaching does work for you, why it's the best thing ever. Here's why our students get amazing results in our group programs as opposed to one-on-one. I can simply tell a story, right? I've been through other programs like this that promise the world. How is yours different? Okay, I could simply tell a story in my marketing. Like, I get stories from clients all the time. They've been through programs like this before, invested tens of thousands of dollars, and when they finally got in here, they finally got results. Why? Because our system, our system was built from our own business. I don't know, right? And I would tell a story about why that is true. You see what I'm saying? So you want to lay those objections out. So in our marketing, we can strategically attack each and every one of these things, so that by the end of it, we've smashed all objections and raised the belief level by the time we ask for the sale. So the last question is, based on the average value of the customers and clients that you're going to be able to generate for your client, can you generate a premium price? And I can, right? I want to charge $10K. He could earn that back with just 2 clients. I want to have a $25K done for you offer, and yeah, he could get that back with 5 clients. So I think that's viable. So that's the document. That's the client avatar and offer worksheet. I hope you enjoyed this video, and go ahead, complete this document, and submit it to me, and I'll talk to you soon.